All right, let's talk about something that just happened in the GPU world that honestly deserves way more attention than it's getting. Eric Demers, I think that's how you say his name. Yes, that Eric um, just left Qualcomm after 14 years and is joining Intel um, as a senior VP to lead the GPU engineering for data center AI. This article's from WCCF Tech. There was another article on CRN about it, but it kind of broke on Twitter first, on X first, and yeah, I just want to really talk about it because I think this kind of deserves way more attention and just give you some insights. So yeah, like I said, we don't know what his role is going to be at Intel yet officially, but it's most likely a senior VP to lead the GPU engineering for data center AI. Uh, and if you don't know why that's a big deal, kind of stick around. I want to talk about it because this move has huge implications for Qualcomm and also for Intel and honestly for the entire GPU and AI landscape. So who Eric actually is? So first, if you've been around the PC hardware long enough, you've definitely used something he helped build. Even if you didn't realize it, his career is basically a tour through the history of modern GPUs. He started at Silicon Graphics, or CGI, which was basically the birthplace of real 3D graphics. So yes, he's been around even before like real accelerated 3D graphics was even a thing. Then he moved to ArtX, the team that built the GameCube GPU. That alone is legendary. ArtX gets acquired by ATI, and suddenly Eric is right in the middle of the Radeon golden era. We're talking about the R300, R420, Evergreen, the GPUs that put AMD on the map and actually pushed NVIDIA hard. Eventually, he becomes CTO of AMD's graphics division. That's the top technical role. He's not a marketing guy. He's not a figurehead. He's the architect. Then in 2012, he jumps to Qualcomm. Oh yeah, I have to say, yeah, he was at ATI. Just kind of reiterate that he was at ATI before it became he got acquired by AMD. So then in 2012, like I said, he went to Qualcomm, and this is where things get wild. He spends 14 years building Adreno into the most efficient mobile GPU architecture in the world. His team delivered over 100 GPU designs, billions of units shipped on phones and cars, VR headsets, Internet of Things devices, IoT devices, you name it. One of the GPUs literally went to Mars. That's like actually Mars. That's insane. So why is leaving Qualcomm a big deal? Um, it's a big loss for Qualcomm because Eric wasn't just running a team; he was the Adreno identity. He built the culture, the architecture, the efficiency philosophy. Qualcomm's GPUs have dominated mobile performance per watt for years. Snapdragon, right? They've been pushing into Windows PCs recently, of course, with the Snapdragon X series. They've been tuning their GPUs for AI workloads, and Eric was the one steering the ship. That ship, right? Um, when someone like that leaves after 14 years, it's not a small ripple. It's like a vacuum, right? It means the internal direction changed. It means the organization is shifting, and it means Qualcomm now has to replace a once in a generation architect. That's not easy. There are maybe what 5 people on the planet who can do what he does. Isn't that insane? Um, Now, why Intel hired him and why it matters? Uh, because this is where things get really interesting, right? Eric isn't joining to run Arc gaming GPUs. He's not joining the client graphics team. He's joining as a senior VP to lead GPU engineering for data center AI. This is Intel saying we need a real GPU architect to compete with NVIDIA and AMD in AI compute. So Intel's data center GPU program has been rough. Ponte Vecchio was late and over-engineered. Rialto Bridge got canceled. Falcon Shores got rebooted. And Gotti's promising, but it's not a full GPU architecture. Intel needs someone who can build a clean, efficient, scalable GPU architecture that can actually compete in AI training and inference. That's exactly what Eric brings. He has deep GPU architecture experience. He has AI optimized GPU design experience from Qualcomm. He has multi-platform execution discipline. He has a track record of delivering on time, and he knows how to build a multi-generation roadmap that doesn't collapse under its own weight. Now, what does this mean for Intel's future? It means Intel is finally serious about building a competitive AI GPU. It means they're shifting from hype to execution. It means they want someone who can architect the GPU that doesn't just look good on slides. It actually ships, it scales, and it competes. And even though his official role is data center AI, the reality is that GPU IP flows everywhere. So shader cores, memory hierarchy, compiler strategy, these things don't live in silos. So yes, Arc will benefit, integrated graphics will benefit, and the future XE architecture will benefit. But the real battleground is AI compute. And Intel just hired someone who knows how to build a GPU that can actually compete. Right? So that's pretty much it. This is one of the biggest GPU hires in years. Qualcomm loses a cornerstone of Adreno. Intel gains a GPU architect who can reshape their entire AI strategy. And the next few years of GPU competition got a lot more interesting. If you're into GPUs, if you're into AI hardware, or just the behind the scenes drama of the semiconductor world, you got to keep an eye out on this one. It's going to matter. That's it for today, guys. It's been TechWares. Let me know what you think in the comments. Take care, everyone. Peace out.